Welcome to Mek-Sha, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I served your old ally, Darth Varon. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
It's good to work with such loyal supporters of the Empire.
Loyal and deferential. The ideal partners for a mission like ours. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Ah!
Who in blazes was that?
I have no idea, but I appreciate the help.
Anytime. It's good to see you again. Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission, you must have done something truly stirring.
I don't remember making any Sith angry lately. None that are alive, at least.
Perhaps he simply wanted a challenge. Fascinating. Ah well, you handled him easily enough. Best if we return to the mission at hand. Shall we?
Ah, old friend. Such a pleasure to see you again after so long. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? On you? I'm amazed that there's anyone left in the galaxy who would even try.
It's been far too long, Varon.
Indeed. I look forward to making the galaxy our plaything once more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek-Sha in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack them while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, old friend.
Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mek-Sha's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won. So they put in a fail-safe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mek-Sha's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit, make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. fry every ship in the fleet.
Perfect. How do we get started?
The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
And what will the rest of you be doing?
Major Anri will be acquiring some special items we'll need later. Meanwhile, I will make a show of myself around the rest of Mek-Sha.
We shall lead our enemies to suspect we're planning a direct assault, so they do not look too closely for other dangers.
I will remain in contact, should any other urgent matters arise.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mek-Sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Walled, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Veek or Indigo. Simple enough. Thank you for your help.
What are friends for?
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot.
Mek-Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years. All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace. We keep the balance. And we keep moving forward. We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek-Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, meet Tawi there, Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the wall for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Osis. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
Destroying the Republic isn't my goal. This war can end whenever we want it to.
What? With another Treaty of Coruscant? I'll pass.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
Chonki faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que caça do bonhelis de otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
One can never have too many friends.
La tuva de kusia. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. I cosa mose ala chuta. Koba ne puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic's ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka yos oska uka pakuta. Makipuna mali tuta od mishka. Itisarora kopana cha porco utman gisa.
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Pampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Chupula wa michade sula. Kafsta undile. Gio hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuti nankihe. Wana wa de bloto wichawa.
What do you want?
To the point. Let me return the favor. I'm looking for some help. Interested?
You think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war? You're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on Mek-Sha.
Who are the Darmanda anyway? What's your story?
Give me a break. I saw your friends feed you intel on everyone in here earlier. What's a point in whispering? You know who we are.
I'd rather hear what people have to say about themselves.
Look, you want to talk business, we can do that, but not here. Meet me at the cantina later, and we'll see.
Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Why so hostile? Can't we have a civil conversation?
No, I didn't watch my buddies die in the coldest space just to make chit-chat with their killers, or their killers' friends, whichever you are. Huh, I need another drink.
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
That's Nova Blade gear. What are you planning?
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realising who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Chonki faguta geopora geotokakise. Makipuna male tuta on Mishka.
You don't waste time.
Come back, niji tonka giliski chanaga. Pakutapal kuchapting wampa, la wakilia jikoska. Chonki faguta geopora geotokakise. Ni ap umpampa, boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Nakmanoya, no chaita. Tuta mishka, no chaita. Kafstu undile, gio hola lukuta.
What makes you think I want to stop it?
Matohumpa, muli rafavaba. Ko yamaya, inacho casa. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Patogawa, kiku bakili.
Why me? Can't your own people handle it?
Ki casa da yakatoto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oyatuka change kapula. Timote ki casa, dobonyelis di oto. Bampaula kavaji oto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Huts?
Pagtra wanawaka. Mibunawa di te utwipi. Kasoyali koyaran kenka kurun. Pata ti tok maki chisa chubala wawuni.
The exchange must be growing. I have someone working on cutting them off from Zakul.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Wanto humpa muli rafavaba. Humpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna do beela. Patogawa kiku bakili.
I'm not sure I can support a smuggler who can't keep his business in order.
Umpa. Jekilia umpasa topiska.
Well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal on the back if there's trouble.
Are you trying to be funny?
People usually like that one. Or they immediately turn and run. Both work for me. It was a joke. You can relax here. Sit down. Let's continue our little discussion.
You're in a much better mood than you were at Hutbreakers.
Well, it's hard to cut loose in a room full of people who'd flush you out of an airlock if it made business sense. Here I get to sit in my corner. The bartender knows how to make them. and people don't pretend to like me. So, yeah, let's start with what exactly you want from me.
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
How can I be sure you'll hold up your end? Vote first, then we'll discuss payment.
Or maybe we don't make a deal at all. You're the one who came to me, remember? Here's my situation. You know that slimy little Rhodian Vic? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmanda gets to blame. I know the guy is next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vic, and the vote's yours.
No deal. I won't be your assassin.
Your call. Oh, good luck getting them votes. I'll be here if you reconsider.
Kafsta undile, Gio hola lokuta.
Indigo wants you dead. He tried to get me to kill you.
Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Patoga wa kiku bakili. Bagtra wanawaka, mibunawa di te udwipi.
I'll help you. Tell me what you need.
Udi estinuka. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oya duka change kapula. Demote ki casa, dobonye lis di otto. Pampaula cava de otto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Hutts?
Bagtra wanawaka, mibunawa di te udwipi. Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kumpata di tok maki chisa jubala wawuni.
The exchange must be growing. I have someone working on cutting them off from Zakul.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Wanto humpa muli ravavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patoga wa kiku bakili.
I'll bring the envoy back safe and sound.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
Papa Mechispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
The Hutts and the exchange working together. Who'd have thought?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I must say, I am surprised Vic chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Hutts.
Konta chota, kasa yuli koira tole kankiton.
So this was just a way to get back at Vic?
Doti puna manchika pugnoni slimo.
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harito Wald every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata banka donko potoko wata.
Once Vic and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his routes and cruise between ourselves.
Yakopa chiji kuting anulia makachisa.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Migushu funbo dopa makma.
Dead. It was an ambush. She was working with the exchange all along.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
The Hutts and the exchange made a deal to kill you and split your resources between themselves. They didn't count on anyone else getting involved.
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurum. Umpokambak, nijiton kagiliski chanaga. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You must be joking.
Chonki faguta, geopora, geoto kakise. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Widok bamba, unaguta, tanquekuta.
Trust me, you can't afford me.
Umpata, titok maki chisa, chubala wawuni. Ida perupa, kadwa shiniko iga danaila. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Ai, tutamishka, gio lukuta.
It's exactly what I need.
Yanakuzu pike, no ye nevuta, nakma.
Yes, that should be all.
Inigu da iji liska tsanagawa. Jiji haku.
You might try ducking next time.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Veek to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
I'd gladly kill that crusty old man, but then we'd need another vote.
The sacrifices we make for our empire. Before we dive into this up, I have to tell you, I feel like Valron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once. How do you feel about slavery in the Empire?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is a waste of resources. Replace them with droids or with dedicated trained professionals. The Empire would be stronger for it.
Wow. That'd make the Empire a very different place, huh? Alright, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amri out.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mek-Sha will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now.
All without the slightest idea of our true plans. Well done. We can begin our attack as soon as their ships are locked in.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
I don't want to see you hurt, either.
Wouldn't want to spoil the victory party, after all. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire.
A day to be exceeded only by our forthcoming victory on Corellia. Now then, everyone to your tasks. Take no prisoners, and above all else, enjoy yourselves.
I've reached the failsafe controls.
Emitters have all been modified. We're ready. Perfect. Activate the failsafe.
Firing now. The console shows that all fuel has been neutralized, but there isn't enough power to ignite it.
That's disappointing. But the task is done. Those ships aren't going anywhere. All forces return to base.
You made an all-out military assault on my docks! Mek-Sha isn't Imperial territory. You don't get to ignore my rules!
It is true that our forces attacked their ships, as they do in all corners of the galaxy. But it was your council that voted to put them in that position.
And it was your weapon that disabled their ships.
No! They'll never think
that we have been working together since the beginning. That is exactly what they'll think. Why else would you be meeting us now?
You have made an enemy of the Republic. Your neutrality will be meaningless.
But you are not alone in these trying times. Your affiliation with the Empire will gradually strengthen over time. I believe you could become our key refueling station in this sector, if you learn to behave.
You played them from the beginning. Very impressive.
Oh, that's no way to speak about our partners. Our enthusiastic partners. You are enthusiastic, aren't you?
Yes!
Splendid.
You may go now.
Vowron, Shah, report.
The Republic fleet was completely disabled. They will not reach Corellia in time to interfere.
Then your mission is complete. Prepare to extract all forces. With no further Republic reinforcements to contend with, our victory on Corellia is all but guaranteed. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
Watching you work has been as delightful as ever. I shall look forward to our next opportunity to collaborate, as always. Farewell.
My lords. Orders just came through. Looks like I'm backing you up on Corellia. Heard they have good whiskey. Might try and grab some. Don't bother. Calcinor's blends are just as good, and much simpler to find in Imperial space. Maybe so, but you know what they say about a looted bottle. The truest taste of victory. Oh, I like this one.
I've enjoyed working with her so far. Major Anri, this is Lana Benico.
Charmed.
Hey, I saw the Sith leave. Am I clear to come in now?
One of yours? Most of the time.
Are we good to go or what? This is not the best neighborhood.
Lead the way.